As I was just listening to Binance's founder, CZ, richest man in crypto, he was just answering questions on a Twitter Spaces. 30,000 plus, up to 50,000 were listening on that Twitter Spaces this morning. And that's just how much intrigue there is in cryptocurrency. I do want to note, you just talked about the stock market declines that we're seeing this morning. Do you think that there might be some crypto contagion, given that Bitcoin fell over the weekend? We had billions of dollars being pulled, and that means when you have losses in one asset class, you have to sell to make up for it in other asset classes, possibly with stocks. But I'll tell you that CZ in this Twitter Spaces didn't hold back. He literally outright called Sam Bankman-Fried, FTX's founder, a liar. And he says this is not an industry-wide problem. This is an FTX SBF problem. Now, FTX's bankruptcy filing shows that there's only $900 million in assets, liabilities of $6 billion plus. CZ trying to step in here, saying that we are trying to form an industry recovery fund to help projects who are otherwise strong, because there is this contagion cascading effect that's taking place right now. There are projects that have nothing to do with FTX that are on the brink of going under with the crypto slide that we're seeing. Look at the Coinbase, is the Marathon Digital. A lot of people in the industry that I spoke to over the weekend are very concerned about the discrediting that this means for the industry and how long it's going to take, probably years, for this for the industry to recover after this.
I mean, I have to ask, who would go out and aggressively buy a crypto now in this turmoil situation?
That's interesting, because I had that same conversation as well. So I think we need to also understand that we're talking about an exchange, which is different. The exchange are pipes, infrastructure. This is not direct Bitcoin or Ether that we're talking about. And look where Bitcoin is. I mean, you're still holding at 17,000, 16,000. If there was a total collapse, we would be back down to the lows before COVID at $3,000. If we can also just bring up how much was taken out of those crypto markets, because I do have a number for you, roughly around 3.7 billion was sold out of Bitcoin this weekend. Yeah, 2.5 billion sold out of Ether, and then $2 billion in stable coins that were sold out.
So that's the sellers. That's not theft. That's the sellers coming in.
Because, again, there's no faith in the industry after this, what some people are calling an outright fraud from FTX, where he was funneling money, client customer money, on an exchange to his own personal risky hedge fund, and not telling clients with the transparency.
I can see a movie out of this.
By the way, you know Michael Lewis is writing a book. Michael Lewis, famous for The Big Short. And I actually had drinks with him in the Bahamas at the FTX conference. And I was just watching him talk to people, just finding the nuggets to put into his book. It's going to be fascinating.
Fascinating. Okay.